Welcome to Bunnies TV, and what a weekend it's been for the club. I've just got back from the Jersey Flag. They had a great win at Mascot Oval, 24 points to 20. A win over the West Tigers, and I'm just bringing up the stream here. If anyone's already joined us live chatting, thank you for that. Anybody's trying to heard that there. The Rabbitohs are on the top of the NRL table. Doesn't that sound great? Rolling off the tongue. And on top of that, the Roosters were smashed. And even though it was the Panthers, it was still pretty enjoyable. Don't worry about that. I did enjoy it. I got to Acor Stadium and witnessed one of the great comebacks in New South Wales Cup. The boys didn't play well in the first half. They were down 22-0 and got a little late penalty and made it 22-2 walking into the sheds. They were a different team in the second half. Come out firing, and Isaac Tupo Thompson got a hat-trick and scored a great try to win the game. I'll talk about that after the first grade. But also the Flag got up 24-20, and I spoke to a young bloke called Tane Woodford, who you might have heard has come back from cancer, and it's a great story. I filmed him going on the field. I had a chat to him after that, so you can look forward to that interview coming up. Great kid, and he went good too. Made a difference when he come on. And I've just left Mascot Oval singing the team song. So I've had a good weekend. Really enjoyable. So we'll get back to the first grade. And Bacon_Gaming has joined us and said hi. Hello to you. That's a new name in our live chat. We are brought to you by Darryl Lee, where there's something special in every bite. And this month they've got their new chocolate rice bubbles balls. They're smooth and crunchy. And you can get them at all leading supermarkets. Coles, Woolies, IGA. Now, I had a great day at the footy yesterday, and I saw that Tommy Burgess wasn't out there, and I missed that he was a late withdrawal. And I did see his mum, Julie, and she said they drove into the ground together, and Tommy said the back wasn't feeling too good, and so obviously he pulled out. And Blake Taff had played 80 minutes in the New South Wales Cup, had to be on the bench for first grade, so that's a bit old school. You don't see that very often. And Michael Tasker has joined us. What a great try from Itom. Our man Itom. Yes, it was, Mick. Beautiful try. The old corner post rule, I wish it was around in my day where it was taken out of play, because he just dived and just got the ball down. It was poetry in motion. But back to Taffy, yeah, so he played 80 minutes, played well in the second half, but he didn't get on. So it was a great performance from the team, 1-17, but Blake didn't get used because obviously he'd played a game before. And poor old Jed Cartwright only lasted 3 minutes. I hope you're okay, mate, before he got a head knock. Now, it was a bit of an unfortunate one. It was like a ricochet, and his head ended up hitting the shoulder of an opposition player. So now that opens up an interesting selection dilemma for next week for JD, because there's a spot open, because you have to have a week off now when you fail your HIA. And Hexador said, what about the signing of Ethan Ferguson, under-19s Australian centre, and Latrell and Shaq's cousin? It is exciting, mate. I did ask JD this question on Friday at the captain's run, and while he said it hasn't been confirmed, he said they have been talking to him, and he said he could be anything, this kid. Well, not in those exact words, but he's a left centre and he's got a fend. And I saw some footage of him on YouTube, and he does look something special. If he's anything like his cousin, or is their cousin, Shaq and Trell Met. Exciting. So, but we'll wait and see what happens there. Now, back to the game. It was a bit of a Dow struggle. It was 8-0 deep into the second half, and we finally put them away. But the Tigers were up for it. We knew they would be, but so were we. Now, to hold a team to 0 in the NRL is a big performance. 20 points to 0. Very good. Both teams completed around 85%, which tells you why it was a tight game. But the man of the match for me was two-try Tane. Magnificent Milne. Calling him 25 runs, 271 metres, 100 post-contact metres, a couple of tries, and 3 line breaks. So he was everywhere, our Tane Milne. And I'm going to go through the tries. But before that, Clinton Harns joined us, looking and sounding good, mate. Thank you, Clinton. He's our man. here on Bunnies TV. Helped us out a lot, like a lot of yous have. We appreciate all the support from our channel members and our technical advisors and everyone that's watching this that loves the Mighty Rabbits like we do. Special mention to Cam Murray. He copped some heavy shots. You would have saw it. And on the Fox call, they said, I think Corey Parker on the sideline said, Cameron Murray's struggling a bit here. I'm not sure what's happened, but he's not himself, and he wasn't. He copped a shot to the throat, I think. But the toughness of this guy, Cameron, he toughed it out. That's not going to stop him. He ended up playing, I think it was 73 minutes, made 52 tackles, thank you very much, and 0 misses. So tough as they come, Cameron Murray, captain's knock, and he got it done for his team. Also, Liam Knight was good again. Special mention. He's had a 9-month layoff, this bloke, with injury. Comes back, plays 1 game in New South Wales Cup, then straight into first grade and going well, doing his job. Milner's come back well after last year's prelim. Good on him, says Hexador. So, yes, that's right. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate for Tane, but look, yes, he has. And he's not getting cranky. He's not getting in the sin bin, so he's just doing excellent work. And we're winning games for the Mighty Rabbitohs. Okay, so let's get into the tries. Try number 1. Tane Milne. It was Cookie to Cody, who puts a ball in behind Cheeks, who got through the line. Nice run. And then he cut out Latrell, so it was between Cheeks and Trell. But the ball was behind Stretch, so he had to reach back to get it. And then he did a quick ball to Tane, who also had to reach back to get it. So 2 great takes. And then Tane had a bit to do, off the right foot and scores. Got us off to a start that we needed. And Trell Mitt, of course, straight over the black dot, sitting right behind that. I was on the centre line seats and did enjoy that. So I was in a good spot because I was sitting right where Tom scored his 3 tries. And I was sitting right where Tane scored that first one at Accor Stadium on a great night last night. Special mention to Stretch. I just mentioned him, but some of his defensive efforts in that first half and throughout the game, some one-on-one tackles. There was one right before half-time, and I think one before full-time as well from memory, where he's just, he's everywhere. So we got a penalty, and I think it was 8-0 at half-time, or it might have been 6. Karina Haas has joined us and said, hi, Mavo. Good morning from Germany and good day to all. What a really great game of the guys to Flames. I like it. I like the comment. Now, try 2 was a absolute ripper. 2 try Tane. Cookie got it to Lockie, and then Cheeks ran another good decoy and got through the line again, got the ball to Stretch, and this time he stepped off his right and he took on 2 defenders, stood in the tackle. But while he's doing this, Latrell hunting up behind. And because he did that, all of a sudden, Stretchy gets the ball to Trell and a lovely pass to Tane, unmarked, and scores in the corner. So that try was a great team effort, but if Latrell doesn't keep hunting up and showing the keenness that he's been showing this whole season, since he's been at the club, then we don't score that try. We needed it at the time, and that's when we knew, I think, that we were going to win the game. Try 3 was a beauty. Cookie, he scoots out a dummy half to his left. Now, Hosty this time runs a good decoy, gets through the line. Don't stop in the line, boys. They never do, so that's, they know to get through the line. And he finds Trell, who just powers over a few defenders. He copped a knock on the way for his trouble, and there was no stopping him. It wasn't too bad, the knock, I don't think, because he gets up, kicks the goal, and he's kicked 4 from 4. And look out for Trellevision next week in Indigenous round. We're going to talk about Indigenous round in a minute. Trellevision, Foxtel had Latrell mic'd up for the game, and they're going to release that next week. Probably have to edit if there's any 4-letter words out there, but it's going to be very interesting to hear some of the stuff from Latrell when he was at training as well. They got some audio there, and especially that one because it was a crunching run, and you'll hear the bodies clash, and you might hear him go, because he copped the knock. So interesting to look out for Trellevision on its way next week. On the footy show today with Gus and Freddie, the question was, what's wrong with the Tigers' attack? And Freddie said straight away they needed Cody. If Cody was playing for the Tigers, they win. So the State of Origin coach has been impressed with Cody Walker. I know all of you are impressed with Cody Walker. I'm certainly impressed with Cody Walker. And importantly, his coach is too, JD. I asked him about that on Friday at the captain's run, and he said yes, his effort areas have been good, his defence too. And that's a big rap from the State of Origin coach that if he was playing, the result might have been the other way. We'll never know because he's a rabbit, not a tiger. At the end, fans were allowed on the field, which was really good. I've shared a video and a few photos of that, and it was well received. And I know the fans loved it. And it just was a great finish to a great day. Congratulations to the club for the way they organised things. All the kids got on the field and marched around. I've seen the Botany Rams and the Southeastern Seagulls. The little Mick Scarcella was out there, my niece's son, and Pedals. Jason Haney's young bloke was out there. So there was a lot of kids that had the thrill of walking around Acor Stadium, and the boys were still warming up when they did this, and Latrell was there, and you could just hear the kids going, Trell, Trell, Trell. So they do love Latrell Mitchell, the kids. And, yeah, so Darren Attard has joined us and said, glory, glory, all the way to the GF. Well, it's looking pretty good at the moment. So we haven't been on top of the comp since 2019, so that's been a while. And we are now. We've got to keep it going. And I'm just going to talk about the Eels game on Friday in a minute, but we'll just wind it back to the New South Wales Cup. And I've got it here on the laptop just so we can relive it. So like I said, they were pretty ordinary in the first half. I got there in time to see, most of the first half, sitting there on the centreline seats at Acor, and the defence wasn't great. And I saw Joe O'Callaghan and the coaching staff, and they weren't happy. And I saw Joe O'Callaghan today, and I said, what'd you say to him? Whatever it was, it worked. And he said, well, I just told him a few truths about what that did do. And so then in the second half, Ethan O'Neill, Isaac Tuatupo Thompson, also known as ITOM, Tom Carr, and then another couple of tries from ITOM to win the game. And the last one, like I said, he had a bit to do. He flirted with the sideline, launched himself, and then just got the ball in and with pinpoint precision to win the game. So it was a really good win. Joe did say that the forwards are still struggling a bit. They'd like to get a few back. We've had some injuries, as you know, Shaq Mitchell and Lever Havili. So once we get some people back and get through this origin period, that's when Joe thinks that this club could go to an even stronger position, which would be nice. Nicky Bird, his young bloke scored today. I'm going to get to that, Nick. Great to see you today, Mavo. Same location next week for the Fleek, so they will be back at Mascot Oval next week. And we didn't go live. I had someone ask me. I didn't have a chance to reply. Sorry, mate, but we might try and do that next week. We'll see how we go. Cess Payne said, hi, Mavo. It was a good win. We did what we had to do. Go the Bunnies. That's right. So it wasn't overly impressive. It was only 3 tries, but hey, like I said, whenever you win 20-0 in the NRL, we'll take it, we'll move on, and we'll go to the top of the competition. So, yeah, and then just on the fleek, so, yeah, Nick Fletcher was there. His son, Thomas, scored a good try, so we'll bring that up. So they were all right, the Tigers. They were in front, and they had to come back, the South boys, and I was just moving around the field a few different camera positions and managed to capture all the tries. Some of them were, I wasn't in the best spot, wasn't in the best lighting, and I was zooming in and out. But anyway, I'm sure that the boys would be happy to see the footage of what they did. We had tries to Samuel Jinks, who came in as a late replacement for Jude Saldana, who pulled out. Thomas Fletcher scored. Dane Towns scored a great try. This is a great story. So Dane Towns, he's SG ball fullback. Yeah, I think it might have been his flag debut. Not exactly sure on that one, but he came on and I was just talking about him when he came on. I said, this kid, he can run. I said, if he gets in the clear, this could be anything. He scored a try at Marcellin Fields over there at Heffron Park earlier in the year, and it went viral. I was just standing there filming him, and he went past. He flew past. And then, sure enough, they put a kick in, and who gets the ball? Dane Towns. And then puts it straight on the toe again. A little bit of a pinball. He gets it back and scores right in front of the Bunnies TV camera. So look for that footage. So the highlights package will be up I'll put like an extended package up of most of the game, but then I'll just put up the tries. And you might be able to see that on New South Wales Rugby League as well, but I was in a different position to them. So they were filming from on top of the dressing sheds. Not sure if they had commentary, but my commentary wasn't that good either because I didn't really know a lot of the West Tigers boys, even though I had a team sheet. And my mate, Boo Camaro's son Zane was there. He kicked a couple of goals, but unfortunately they got rolled. Anyway, I got sidetracked. So Dane Town scored. Then Jai Gray scored a great try right in front of me. And I hit the zoom rocker and zoomed out a bit too quick at the time, but doesn't matter. I still got it. And Tyrone Munro, who got a rap from his coach for what he did, scored the winning try for the Rabbits. I think they got a steal, went down the field, went to the left, got it to Tyrone Munro. And I was only just talking about him too, saying I'd love to see him get in the clear in the last 10 minutes. Well, it wasn't really... He didn't have to do much. He just got the ball in space on the left, scored the try, come around and scored it right in front of the Bunnies TV camera. So look out for that footage. I enjoyed filming it. I had a good day there at Mascot Oval. Let me tell you, it was a lot of fun. Sess Payne said, how good was it going on the last night? Took me 50 years back. Loved it. How good was it going on the field last night? Yeah, so it was a bit of a throwback because back in the day, we used to be able to just go on the field at Redfern and the fans would always invade the field, go up to the players, grab the corner post. So it was good to see that happen again. So we are also brought to you by, you can see all our sponsors here, Barnaby Water, Water with a Purpose, Site Pizza, Darryl Lee, Dot Bill Constructions, NG Farrow, the Juniors group of clubs. They've all got great shows on at the Juniors. They're great supporters. And also the Juniors Fitness Centre. It's a great place to go. And you're watching this in our George's camera. And we're also brought to you by Blast Pit. Go up and see Nick up there. He'll look after you. I promise you, you will enjoy your Blast Pit experience. Now, the Eels game on Friday, what a game this promises to be. They couldn't get it done against the Raiders last night, the Eels, so they're not having a great season. But still, as you know, everybody going on the field, I mean, I knew what you meant, Sess. Thanks to everyone who's live chatting. They haven't been going that well, but everyone's been getting up for the Rabbitohs, and because we've now got the scalp on our heads, the bounty on our heads, I meant to say, because we are leading the competition. Everyone wants to beat the Rabbitohs. Everyone knows that what's coming. You got Latrell Mitchell, Cody Walker, you got Campbell Graham, who's playing. He's probably the form player of the competition. The list goes on. Cameron Murray, Junior Satola was good too last night. I thought the list goes on there. Both our back rowers, I mentioned Cheeks and Hosty, they both went good. And we've got players coming back. So this Friday night is a huge night. And it's Indigenous round. And I love Indigenous round. I did see a thing on there. Yvonne Sims was on there, friend of ours, and all the boys were in their Aboriginal traditional wear and talking about culture. And I do love this week because it is a way to celebrate the Indigenous culture, this precious Indigenous culture of this country, and celebrate the fine Indigenous athletes that represent this Rabbitohs team. Now, headlining the pre-game performance is going to be four-time ARIA winner Christine Anu. Will be performing her smash hits My Island Home and Party, and she'll be joined by her daughter, Zabora Corsa, daughter of Roger, and guitarist Raymond Sheck and rapper Barker. So, all-star cast. The Brolga Dance Academy will be joined by over 100 South Cares participants in a cultural dance performance, as well as didgeridoo performance by renowned Aboriginal artists Matthew Doyle, Nathan Leslie, Glenn Doyle, Brock Tutt, and Joe Horoa. So, yeah, it's going to be great. And then Auntie Barb Sims is going to do the Welcome to Country. Now, they're going to be honouring a lot of people on the big screen, and there's going to be a parade. An athletes parade of all these athletes that have served with distinction. And just some of them are Nova Perez, Yvonne Sims for Vigoro, just mentioned her, Arnie Barb for Crico and Vigoro, Glenn Kelly for boxing, Tony Mundine, the Ella brothers, all the Ella brothers for rugby union, Ash Barty. I don't know if she's going to be there on the field or they're going to have tributes on the screen. They're also going to tribute to Michael O'Loughlin, Adam Goods, Kathy Freeman, of course. And so it's just a who's who of fantastic Indigenous athletes of this country. Arthur Beetson And JT, a bloke called Greg English, you've probably heard of him, and Eric Sims for rugby league. So, yeah, it's going to be a big night. I think it's almost sold out. So if you want to go, you better get in early and suss out the story. And I know that members are allowed. Oh, Paul Cullens joined us. Hello, mate. Channel member. Thank you for being a channel member. And I'm going to do a members video after this. So members get exclusive video, bonus content. You can become a member of this channel. And there's a link in the description of this video. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review. And happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Lucky I didn't forget that. We're going out soon with my kids. I'm looking forward to that for Mother's Day. Family affair, it is. Kiss your mum. I lost my mum in 2017 and I bought her some flowers the other day and I got emotional because that's all I've got of my mum now. So just be kind to your mum. Love her. Kiss her. Buy her flowers. If you haven't rang her or anything yet, give her a buzz or do something for her tomorrow if you've missed out. And Paul Cullen said a very happy member of the South Sydney Football Club here. There's one here too, PC. I'm a member too, a proud member of this mighty club. And so if you're a member of the Rabbitohs, you can't use your tickets at the gate at Allianz. You have to go to Ticketek and exchange it for your membership. You've got to put your member number in and your name. If you're not sure, contact the Rabbitohs. Have a look on their website. They'll explain the process to you. We'll let you go. Just thought I'd jump on, do a short show. 3 wins. Everything's looking great. New centre of excellence. The mighty Rabbitohs are winning games of football, and let's continue on next week and the week after, right through to the big dance. See you later. Thanks for joining us, and up the mighty Rabbitohs.